I'm at the park with Ava.
Hi.
And I'm trying to get some sunshine. Yeah, we gotta go to the pathway.
You should have brought like a visor to cover your forehead.
Oh well. I had a 30-day checkup from the surgery. I got a shawl to cover my shoulder because I'm wearing sleeveless, and I don't think the sun beating down on the scar is a good idea. But he said everything's looking good, and now they're gonna move me to the next level of my physical therapy, which is the dreaded weightlifting. That's scary because I have no strength to lift anything. So that'll be a slow progress, a process, I guess. Whoa, look at that bird. You see that bird?
Come here, bird.
That bird tried to snatch the bun out my head. It knows I'm down one arm. I'm not 100% sure what I was going to talk about, but I wanted to turn the camera on just in case I came up with some good ideas. I like these kind of plants. I'm going to show it to you. I don't know what you call this. Monkey grass with something in the middle? I don't know, but I like stuff like that.
Oh, guess what, guys? I'm turning into a little photographer.
Yes, I let her use my camera.
My camera now.
Oh, look how pretty the flowers are. Let's get a picture of that. Here, let me get a picture of you getting a picture. I don't even know if I... They have a little walkway.
Look at the orange flowers. I probably will not go back there because it's muddy and gross. Like up there.
There's a walkway here.
Yeah, there is, but I wouldn't go further than like you could probably walk this way, but that way is all muddy and gross. Why don't you just flip the camera?
I can't flip the camera because when I flip the camera, I have to stop recording to flip it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to do that. There we go. I guess if I touch this, I can adjust the settings a little bit. I'm in the shade now.
So unless they're ugly, gross water bottle.
There's the big cow.
It's so cute.
I'm over by the ice cream factory.
I would pick
I have a little creek. Kind of gross and dirty looking. But I guess the good part is I'm getting out. This is my first walk since the surgery.
Oh, there's a pretty bird over there.
I haven't taken any walks or anything. And I figure I need to build up my stamina. A whole month of not moving around a whole lot is not a good idea. You can walk through this grass. It seems to be relatively dry.
Yeah.
So, you're on this walk with me. I'm on this walk with you.
Show them the bracelet I made you.
Ava's made me a lot of bracelets. Where's my arm? Look at all these nice little bracelets she's made me.
I just got this beading kit, and then I have these other like regular ones, and so I just make Mama some bracelets and myself some bracelets.
She's been making me lots. Her friend made me a bracelet too, and she put my initials on it. So these girls got me covered.
Family gotta take care of family.
Yep. Oh, let's go over here. There's a walkway.
Yeah, there's a
But watch out for the giant wasp. We don't like him.
No,
We don't want to find out that he don't like us.
Yeah, no, we don't. Remember, it's kind of lumpy and healy, so be very careful.
Feels so good to be outside. Now you're sounding like me when I was talking to my mom. Watch out for that lump in the road. Watch out for that crack in the sidewalk.
You just had surgery, and I don't want you to fall.
I didn't have surgery on my legs, baby, or my brain.
But if you fall, You could land on your shoulder.
Well, that's true, but I am being careful. Being very, very careful.
I'm
You
just
go
gonna-
find something to take pictures of, and I will sit here on this bench
and talk to your fan.
and talk to the people. I don't know if I got fans, but that's reaching and being a bit ambitious, but
I would not sit under the tree. You know what kind of bugs are in there.
yeah, you're right. No, might be bugs under this. Looks like a nice little area, but could have bugs underneath it. You know, I was thinking that I would do a story time. You know, we have all this social unrest in the world right now, political division, racial division. And it's gotten me to thinking a lot about what things were like when I was growing up. I grew up in Minnesota, that's where I'm from. So this is hitting me close to home, all the different things that are going on. But oh, Ava came back. Anytime I start telling interesting stories, Ava gonna show up. But I thought I would share with you guys the very first time that I remember experiencing racism growing up in Minnesota. And I probably was around 5, I'm guessing. A lot of my memories around that time of first experiencing it was I was in kindergarten, so obviously I was about 5. My background is my father is black and my mother is white, although my mother's father was half black and half white, and my mother's mother was white. So the children on my grandfather's side, or maybe to make it more easy to understand, my mother and her siblings, they all came out looking white, but they had a fourth black in them, I guess you would say. All the siblings, and there were, I think 7, between 5 and 7 siblings. All of them, as adults, went on to marry white people. My mother was the youngest of those siblings, and she was the only one in the family to marry a black person. So, growing up in the 60s and 70s, in Minnesota had its moments. But I remember one of the first times that really stuck in my mind. I was about 5. We were in downtown Minneapolis, you know, where Mary Tyler Moore twirled around and threw her hat in the air. In almost that exact spot, to be honest with you. Now that I think about it, it was right outside of Dayton's department store. And whenever my dad got paid, my mom and I would always go downtown to eat Chinese food at the Nankin restaurant. Chinese food was my mom's favorite food, and I grew up on that, so it became my favorite food as well. And we'd always go into Dayton's and look around, and we didn't have a lot of money, but you know, that was our big thing. When my dad got paid, you know, he'd send us on our way, and we'd go downtown and we'd look around at the store. Sometimes we'd buy something, sometimes we'd just look around, but we always ate at the Nankin restaurant, and then sometimes we ate at the Forum, which was a buffet. But when we got done, we would take a cab home. I think we would take a bus there to get downtown, and then when we were done having our fun time, a lot of times we would take a cab home. And I'm going to assume that cabs were very affordable back then for us to be able to do that. But we always had the hardest time catching a cab home because my mother, who was white, was standing holding the hand of a black child. And the cabbies, they didn't want to give her a ride because they would see me. Sometimes they would slow down, I think because they didn't realize that we were together. And then as we both started to step forward toward the car so we could get in, they'd take off, drive away. And my mom would get so angry and frustrated. And I loved rocks. I collected rocks when I was a little kid. I liked if I saw a rock and I thought it was pretty, I would pick it up off the ground and put it in my pocket. So I always had a pocket full of rocks. And my mom would say, "Eva, give me one of your rocks. I'm gonna throw it at that cab." She never did, but I still can hear her voice to this day. "Eva, give me one of your rocks. I'm gonna throw it at that cab." She would be so angry that they would do that, you know? And they'd stop and they'd pick other people up all around us who were white. So sometimes we'd end up taking the bus home, and sometimes we would just walk over to where a long line of cabs were parked, waiting for someone to pick them up if there wasn't enough business. And they kind of couldn't turn us away without specifically saying why. It wasn't as easy as to just zoom off, drive away when they, got a good look of me. So we would get a cab ride that way. We would get in the cab. And my mom, she had a lot of bravado. She wasn't afraid to stand up to people and call them out. And so nobody never said nothing to her face about me being with her or anything like that. As far as the cab incidents are concerned, I don't remember that there were. But that's really kind of set a tone for what it was like growing up in Minnesota. An undercurrent of rejection. If it could be done subtly. But we lived through it, right? Because I'm here. And we caught enough cab rides to make up for the times that we couldn't. So I thought that would be an interesting tale to share with you. I had a lot of interesting experiences growing up in Minnesota. Maybe from time to time I'll share them with you. But I'm here, I'm out walking, I'm recovering, I'm getting stronger and better. And I think I'll sign off for now. I hope you all have a great day, and we will chat again next time.
I'm getting crazier.
All right, bye-bye.